got small bodies and small minds. They're all small fry and small time. They're the lowest of the low. They refuse to grow, you know, and they like it down there.
Now listen here, Shrimpo. Speak when you're spoken to, and don't answer the governor back.
Come in.
211-5473B. Pink, sir. Due out today.
Ah, yes, Pink. Well, Pink, your stay with us hasn't been a very happy one, has it?
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't, sir.
No, it hasn't, sir.
You could have been out of here last week, you know, if you'd behaved yourself. The warders said they never heard such screaming.
They put a midget in my cell.
They put a midget in my cell, sir.
They put a midget in my cell, sir.
Of course they did. But why should that bother someone like you? All the smalls in this prison.
But, sir, I'm not a small.
Yes. The prison doctor told me you had delusions of height. Now listen to me, Pink, and listen carefully. You are 1 meter 54. The new EEC regulations say that unless you're 1 meter 55, you're a small. So what are you, Pink?
I'm not a small, sir.
Shall I hit him, sir?
No. Look, Pink, the law says that unless you're 1 meter 55, you're a small. Are you 1 meter 55?
No, sir.
Then you're a small.
But, sir, they changed the rules. I was all right when you had to be 5 foot. I'm 5'1".
Now, you're lying, Pink. You're 5 feet 0 3/4, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
You see, you've always known you were a small. It's time to stop pretending, Pink. You're going back out into the real world now. You've got to accept your position and try and make a go of it.
But, sir, they've moved me south of the river into the ghetto.
Of course they have.
Well, it's awful. It's full of shrimpos.
That's why you're there, Pink.
Shall I hit him now, sir?
No, Mr. Fraser.
Sir, you don't understand. I've always hated smalls. They make my flesh creep. Well, they're different. They're not like you and me.
What do you mean, you and me? You and me? Did you ever hear such a thing, Mr. Fraser?
He's asking for a thumping, sir.
He is indeed. Listen, my lad, I know your sort. We've had them all in here. The middle-aged midget dressed as a schoolboy travelling half price on the buses. The old shoulder dodge, one long coat and 2 dwarfs buying 1 ticket for the pictures.
Look, sir.
And you coming here telling me that really you're big, that really you're the Incredible Hulk. Well, it won't wash, my lad. You're small, a shrimpo, a midjo, a wee Georgie Wood. And you know it as well as I know it. On the very first day that you were reclassified, you got yourself arrested. What was it for, Mr. Fraser?
Dirty books, sir.
Ah, yes. And what were they, Pink?
They weren't my books, sir.
What were they, Mr. Fraser?
Little women, sir. M. Orcott.
Little women, Pink. On your very first day, and you tell me that you're not a shrimpo. You must have been wallowing in that sort of filth for years.
I've never read it, sir.
Looked at the pictures, though, eh? You're a degenerate, Pink. The very first time I saw you, one word sprang into my mind. Do you know what that word was? Recidivist. You're a recidivist, Pink. That's what you are, a recidivist. You mix with vermin. It wouldn't surprise me if you were in the Small Liberation Front.
Oh.
Tell me, Pink, do you plant bombs as well?
No.
Or kidnap people?
No,
Well,
no.
let me tell you this, my lad. This society will not tolerate the men of violence.
Shall I hit him now, sir?
Yes, carry on.
Sir David, is the government doing enough?
The short answer is no. If I had my way, any small found guilty of any one of these offences would be dealt with the utmost severity of the law. The vast majority of small people are decent, law-abiding citizens, but there is a handful who aren't. I've got a message for them. Watch out. When my party gets into power, we're going to hunt you down, put you on trial, and then chop your arms and legs off. That'll soon stop them.
Jeff Haskins?
I'm appalled by this. I condemn all violence. I condemn the SLF, but I also condemn the violence done to small people. How would Sir David like to be uprooted and moved south of the river? And what about this curfew just for the smalls?
It doesn't go far enough. They should be shot on sight.
Fascist.
Gentlemen, please, 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 please. Let's see what the church has to say, shall we? Bishop?
Well, I agree with both the previous speakers. I think St. Paul summed it up in one of his rather witty letters to the Ephesians. Dear Ephesians, he wrote. Roy, get in.
Hello, George. I didn't expect to see you.
Get in.
I just don't know what to say. I really don't. I really don't know what to say.
Well, George...
Shut up, I haven't finished. I don't know what to say. But I'll tell you this. You have besmirched the family name. Dragged it into the gutter. I mean, it's bad enough having a brother who turns out to be a small. But obscene books? I felt sick.
How many more times? They weren't mine. Someone must have left them in my room.
I'm only glad Mum's not here to see this day. The shock would kill her. No pink has ever been in prison.
What about Uncle Ralph?
Oh, well, he was a pink by marriage. Anyway, it was never proved. He explained that his own toilet was broken.
He was in there for 3 hours.
He was constipated. What's in there, then?
I don't know, I'm just looking. Well, it's just brown paper. Why did they give me brown paper?
Well, they always give you a brown paper parcel when you leave prison.
Why?
Home Office regulations. You know you're going to have to pull yourself together, Roy. Try and get another job. But you don't want to end up like that.
It was awful in there. They made me share a cell with a midget. Scum of the earth. A total failure. He used to be a pickpocket, but he was no good at it. He could only do trousers. Mugging he was in for this time. Mugging, I ask you. All he could do was bite people's legs.
I'm only going as far as the shop. I am not going into the ghetto with this car again. Not after last time.
I don't know why people have to carry on like this.
Can I look yet?
No, not yet. I don't like all this writing on the walls.
Spoils the look of the place.
Used to be very nice round here.
Why can't we have one of those big paintings like they've got at the end of Friswell Street? I don't know what it's a picture of, but it's very nice.
A mural. Now, that's an idea.
There's a black man with a spanner and a Chinese baby with a bus on its head.
Yes, that'll put a stop to all this writing. I'll bring it up at the Residents' Association, shall I?
And between the black man's legs, there's a mountain with some children playing on it.
Well, we're not having anything like that, Lily.
May we remind you that for your personal comfort and the safety of your family, you are requested to remain in your homes between 9 o'clock in the evening and 6 o'clock in the morning. Any small person found on the streets during the hours of darkness will be arrested. Stay in your homes. Do not go out.
Come on, Lily. We better go in.
But we haven't finished yet.
You heard the announcement. Stay in your homes.
But I haven't been out to get your lunch yet.
Never mind. Better to be safe than sorry. We'll open a tin or something.
Any small person found on the streets during the hours of darkness will be arrested.
All I'm saying is it's no bloody way to carry on. They've moved too many of them you bastards into these flats.
You don't suppose they want to be here, do you? It's not much fun being evicted from your own home and shoved into this place.
Well, it's no fun coming out of your flat at middle at night and tripping over a family of flaming dwarfs. Fast asleep at corridor, hundreds of the beggars.
Oh, come on, Sid. There were 2 couples, 4 people, that's all.
Well, it felt like hundreds. It was like a bloody obstacle race down that corridor. I'll give me a right fright.
Yes, you gave Mrs. Delgado something of a shock as well.
Who's she?
One of the women on the corridor.
I never touched her. If I did, it were only in fun. How were I to know it were her husband?
What are you doing wandering around in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, it's none of your business.
Hello, Sid.
Howard.
How'd you get on with a blonde bird on the 4th floor last night?
Not now. I never even bloody got there.
He's a lad, isn't he, eh?
Am I supposed to find that sort of juvenile chauvinist remark amusing?
What's the matter? Hasn't he been round your flat, then? He's like a nocturnal Avon lady, isn't he? Knock, knock, ding dong, Sydney calling. Still, this curfew should limit his activities a bit.
Is that all a curfew means to you?
It doesn't affect me, Jenny. There are ways round it, you see. Anyway, why should I worry? He doesn't knock on my door.
I had my eye on a lovely bit of cod as well.
Fred, what's happening out there?
Well, we've got rid of the it. All we're left with is a shoe.
What?
Out there, round the back.
Someone wrote shit on the wall.
Yeah, Lily! I thought I told you not to look.
Fred, what are we going to do about this curfew?
Oh, me and Lily are going in now.
It doesn't start for 10 hours.
No point looking for trouble.
Fred, you're supposed to be chairman of the Residents' Association. You should give a lead. Look, don't you think a curfew's wrong?
Well, it's for our own good. It says so in the paper.
Oh, that's the idea, Fred. You keep your nose clean. Stay indoors till you get the all clear. Right, I'm off. I'll see you tonight, Jenny. Fred, Lily, I'll see you when you come out again. In about 3 or 4 years.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, darling. I'm a bit late for work, but can I interest you in a brief moment of heightened passion? Oh, well, if you're going to argue about it.
Hi, I'm Sally, South London Law Centre, here to investigate the complaints.
Complaints? What complaints?
Complaints about overcrowding.
Oh, I haven't made any complaints. We haven't made any complaints.
Yes, we have, and I made them. I complained to the law centre.
Well, I'm here to help. Anything at all I can do, you just have to tell me.
Great.
You couldn't slip out and get me a bit of cod, could you?
What do you want?
A pair of shoes, please.
Obviously. What sort?
Black ones, please. Just an ordinary pair of black ones.
Are you sure?
Yes. Just an ordinary pair.
What size?
Quite large. 7, 8, whatever you got.
All right, then.
Maybe with platform soles or a Cuban heel.
Aye. You know the footwear laws as well as I do. Go on, read it.
Footwear Act. It is an offence for a small person to buy or attempt to buy or wear stiletto heels or Cuban heels
or platform soles, or let anyone else buy them for you.
I recognise you, don't I? I see you hanging around outside with your little pals. Not me. Well, you can tell them from me that from now on they
Won't even be served with sandals in here.
It's no good, mate. She won't serve you. Hello, Heather.
George, what do you think you're doing?
What do you mean?
Get him in the back.
Oh, sorry.
Are you out of your mind bringing that shrimpo in here?
Heather, he's still my brother.
Yes, and I'm still your wife. Don't my feelings count? And what about the boys? Martin's been bilious for nearly a week. What do you think would happen if he walked in and saw him here?
Oh, I see. I hadn't thought of that.
I've been up with him for the last 4 nights. His stomach's in a turmoil.
It was your memorial service that set him off.
My what?
We had a memorial service for you.
We had to tell the children you died.
Cholera in foreign parts.
Why? Well, we couldn't tell them you were a small. Could we be reasonable?
It was a very nice service. Whole family turned up. Well, apart from Gordon. He was watching the snooker.
I thought we agreed that after he got arrested, we would wash our hands of him, and now you do this.
I am still here, you know.
Sometimes I wish I had married Ronnie Phillips. All the Phillips family are big.
Big-headed, more like.
Oh, you're just jealous because he's more successful than you are.
I don't call a dry cleaners in Barnet successful.
And a restaurant in Bournemouth. And I bet he treats his wife with more consideration than you treat me.
Which one? He's had 3.
George, did you have him?
All right, he made mistakes. But I bet he never inflicted anything like that on any one of his wives.
Every time we have any sort of disagreement, you throw Ronnie Phillips in my face. And if he's so flaming special, why were you so keen to ditch him and come with me to the Isle of Man in 1971?
You're a different man, then. Kind, attentive. Sometimes I think you don't care anymore.
Oh, Heather, how can you?
I just think you don't love me anymore.
Of course I do. You know I do.
Oh, George!
Now, Heather, don't upset yourself.
Sorry. I don't want to come between you and your wife.
George! That's me! Get him out of here!
I think you'd better go.
Well, if Heather doesn't want me here, I will.
I'll try and get down there and see you, but it might be a bit difficult.
Oh, I understand.
Oh, no, I don't suppose there's much I can do to help, but, well, you know where I am.
Yes.
And if there's anything you need...
I can always come round.
Or write. Probably better to write.
Oh, I see.
Oh, come on, Roy. Lots of families go through a sticky patch, but we all come through smiling at the other end. Look, there was an article in this month's Reader's Digest about a brother and a sister who got separated during the war. It's very good, the Reader's Digest. The articles are just about the right length. On most nights, I find I can fit one in between my VAT and my bath. Anyway, these two kiddies were evacuated, sent to different ends of the country. One went to Torquay. No, wait a minute. No, it wasn't Torquay. Where the heck was it?
What's this got to do with anything?
Just stop interrupting and you'll see. Anyway, for sake of argument, we'll make it Torquay. Now, the point was, they lost touch. They didn't see each other for 43 years. Now, apparently, they met again last Christmas, and they said that although they haven't seen each other for all those years, they always felt really close. And that's how we'll be.
Really close?
Well, no, I meant more like the 43... Well, no. No. What I was saying was, Roy, brothers don't have to see one another all the time. It won't affect our relationship.
Oh, I'm going.
Oh, if you don't mind, Roy. Take care of yourself.
Right, I'll see you then.
Perhaps so. Yes.
Tonight's headlines. In Paris, the French terrorist organization, Les Petits Bâtards, have kidnapped the Harlem Globetrotters. In South London, thousands of small people obey the government call to stay indoors. And cricket, Geoffrey Boycott denies that his new appointment as President for Life of Yorkshire County Cricket Club will conflict with his other duties as committee member, team captain, team manager, opening bat, opening bowler, and head groundsman. Good evening. It is now 48 hours since the French terrorist organization Les Petits Bâtards occupied the Bastille in Paris. And this afternoon, it was confirmed that they have kidnapped 6 members of the Harlem Globetrotters. They are holding them hostage in the Bastille until their demands are met. A communiqué issued by Les Petits Bâtards announced that the Globetrotters had been seized because they were a symbol of tall supremacy. The French Minister of the Interior condemned the action as vicious, unreasonable, and silly. He said it was just what you'd expect from the little bastards.
Yes?
It's Mr. Pink, isn't it?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Sally, South London Law Centre.
Hello?
I'm here to see if you've got any complaints.
Oh, yes?
He's just come out of prison. It's all right, Mr. Pink. Sally's on our side.
What do you mean, our side? I'm not on your side. Are you a proper lawyer?
Well, yes.
All right, then, yes, I have got some complaints. I've been told I'm a small. Well, it's an obvious clerical error, and... Look, why don't you come in? Not you! I don't want midgos in here.
What's the police, please? Let's not have any unpleasantness. We're having a meeting downstairs to listen to the grievances you people have got. You know, about the curfew, overcrowding, goodness knows what. Why don't you come along? Get it off your chest.
Do you know anything about wrongful arrest?
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll come then.
What was he arrested for?
Dirty books.
They won't buy books!
This is the Small Liberation Front, and we've got a message for you. We don't accept your curfew. We don't accept your law. oppressors to their knees. Then they'll be our size. We will smash the system.
Of course it's overcrowded, of course it is. Hardly surprising with all these new bastards moving in. 7 years I've lived in this flat, and now I'm told I've got to share. All right, I said, I'll have that blonde bird up 4th floor. And just to be helpful, I'll take a sister as well. No, they said, we've got you down for 1 male dwarf. And seeing as you've offered, you can have another one. 2 dwarfs in my dinette.
I don't know what you've got against dwarves.
Of course you bloody don't. You don't have to live with them.
How can you be prejudiced against dwarfs when you're a midget? You're all in the same boat.
Oh, take no notice of this. He's just a troublemaker.
Most midgets are. And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Fred, stop sulking. If you're going to join in, say something sensible.
There's no reason for joining in. It is not a proper constituted meeting. There's no agenda, there's no minutes, and the chairs aren't even in rows.
What have you got against midgets?
I was just saying, if you are my size...
Oh, yes.
Let's not have another argument. Now, let's all try to keep calm, be reasonable, and tackle the problem intelligently.
私は元倉と申します。これは私の妻です。恐れ入りますが、通産省の方へご連絡願えませんでしょうか。私はデジタルライトメーターの工場を建てにここへ来たんです。もう3週間も経つんですけど、まだどなたにもお会いできずにいるんです。
That's just his opinion.
Can we come back to that one? Were they?
I don't know. They were brought in with the other newcomers. They seemed very pleasant.
何にも分かってないな。
どうしてあの女の人あなたのこと見てニヤニヤ笑ってるんでしょうね、気持ちは。
イギリス人ってのはああいうもんなんだよ。まあ、適当に合わせてろ。
あなた、支配人に会いたいって言ってくださいな。こんなひどいところは初めてですよ。
Look, can we talk about my wrongful arrest now?
That's the pervert, isn't it?
The dirty book merchant.
All right, Midjo. Come on out. I know you're in there. Give yourself up. I'm warning you. Noise down. Midjo!
Bickering amongst yourselves. I can't possibly help you unless I know exactly what you all want.
I want a properly constituted meeting.
I've told you what I want. I want that blonde bird. And I'm not having dwarfs.
No, I don't
mean... Fred thought a mural might be nice, like at the end of Friswell Street.
Look, we should be talking about the appallingly overcrowded conditions we're living in. And the curfew, not this rubbish.
I'm not interested in this small stuff. You told me you were going to talk about my wrongful arrest.
What do you mean, rubbish? There's nothing wrong with a mural, provided it's on a suitable theme.
A picture of Jesus would be nice.
Very nice. With some sheep.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we've got time to discuss all this just now. I've got to report back to the law centre tomorrow, and Mike and Crispin are going to want detailed complaints.
Well, tell Mike and Crispin if they gave me a woman, I wouldn't have any complaints.
Don't you think that's a little childish? Now, come on, grow up. When I say grow up, I don't mean, you know, grow up. I meant grow... Look, how many of you people need to be rehoused?
40.
Fine. I don't know what it is with you people. I mean, you could have told me this an hour ago, instead of wasting my time with idle chatter, petty squabbles, and small talk. I say small talk, I don't mean... Oh, you know what I mean.
I would like to point out that this is not an official meeting, A. And B, Jenny is speaking on her own behalf and not in any official capacity. And C, Howard Z has just come up through the floor.
Oh, hello. Tell Richard Attenborough that this tunnel's too short.
doing down there, Howard?
I've been out.
Isn't it nice down there?
Not bad.
Where's it lead to?
Here and there.
What about the curfew?
What are we playing? 20 questions?
Here, how did you get back if there's a curfew?
Ah, that's my secret.
Well, it's not much of a bleeding secret. It's bloody sewer down there, you dirty beggar.
I believe I did see the odd sewer in my peregrinations.
Look, I don't think I ought to be hearing this. If anyone's been breaking the curfew, I'm not going to report them, but I don't want to know about it.
Oh, you big darling, I could kiss you.
No, no.
It's because I'm small, isn't it?
No, of course not.
I think it's because you smell, dear.
Well, I think I've got all the information I need. Oh, dear. I'll put in a report about the overcrowding. Good heavens.
What about my wrongful arrest?
Get away from me. Get away. Come any closer, you little pervert, and I'll call the police. People like you need treatment, medical treatment, or castration.
We should be all right up here. What's happening? They're clearing the first 2 floors.
Where are they taking them?
God knows. I don't suppose it's Butlins.
What are they doing it for?
I don't think they like us very much.
What do you mean, us? It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not one of you people. I'll be out of here soon.
Of course you will, Chief.
They've got small bodies and small minds. They're all small fry and small time. They're the lowest of the low. They refuse to grow, you know. They lead small lives in a small world. They should be not seen and not heard. They're the lowest of the low. They refuse to grow, you know. They're better off with their own sort, talking small talk and having small thoughts. They're the lowest of the low. But if you really want to know, they like it down there.
Next week, Fred finds himself caught up against his will with the Small Liberation Front. A small problem next Monday at 9.